And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They'll go again with Bell. He takes us from the 30 to the 34.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it with Bell. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Second down following the run. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
And he better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Seven yards remaining here on third down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He completes it to Bryant. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. On second down, Roethlisberger. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Shift together here from the D-line. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. And the play clock's running down. So after the INT, it's Bortles. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 49 yards. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Now the rookie first rounder from LSU, it's Leonard Fournette. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Wilson, the tight end, goes in motion. On second down, here's Fournette. Fournette, a first down, still going. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. In motion left goes a tight end. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Bortles now on third and goal. And it's caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marquise Lee, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jags have taken the early lead. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Roethlisberger will throw. Escaping the pressure right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Fournette, a first down carry. They find some open field here. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
And Leonard Fournette impressing there with that run. It's hard to believe that no Jacksonville Jaguar has broken 1,000 yards since Maurice Jones-Drew in 2011. I think Leonard Fournette could be that guy.
Even with the ankle injury last year at LSU, still averaged 6.5 yards per carry.
And absolutely intimidated opposing defenses. A lot of guys simply didn't want to tackle him.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Corey Grant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. And it's good to make it 14-0. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And coming up later tonight in the NFL, we'll have the Chiefs heading down to Houston to take on the Texans. And then on Monday night, it'll be an NFC North battle. Vikings and Bears from Soldier Field.
Traditional rivals getting after it one more time.
They'll run it here. This is Antonio Andrews. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now it's Roethlisberger. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Snags it for the pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers, Steel Curtain, they would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the Steel Curtain was played. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on third down.
Yeah, they add a DB. Shotgun now for Bortles. Well, the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Cameron Hayward able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up fourth down. Brad Nortman in his 6th year in the league on to punt it away as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Roethlisberger.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
The Steelers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. Bortles now on first down. This one brought in by Dorial Green-Beckham. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 23 yards on the play. Bortles now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. James Harrison coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. Bortles to throw on second down. Gonna let one fly for... Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. That one goes for 36 yards. Now Bortles. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On second down, here's Bortles. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. On 3rd down, it's Grant. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. So on 4th down, on comes the Jaguars' Jason Myers now for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we've seen these be tricky from time to time. You know, you've almost got to cut the ball to make it go through. And this time he cut it a little too much, and he sliced it.
Yeah, and he'll tell you, no excuses on this one. It's a kick every NFL kicker should be able to make in his sleep. But your word was definitely correct. He sliced that one, and he'll miss it wide to the right.
They go play action here on 1st down. Flush to his right. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Eli Rogers, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. To throw here, Roethlisberger. He's got a man complete. He's at the 30, 20, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Eli Rogers, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. An update from a game going on in Indianapolis. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Oh, he got possession on him, and he pulls it in. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
When you surrender 24 turnovers in a season, 16 interceptions, 8 fumbles lost, Blake Bortles, you do hire a quarterback guru to try and get you right, don't you?
And that's what he did. Has to limit those turnover numbers, doesn't he?
He has a defense that's ready to play right now. He needs to help them by taking care of the ball. Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick, and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
Forced out to his left. And he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Flushed out right. Dumps it off to Fournette. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
From the gun on third down, Bortles. He's got the hook up to Lee. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Wilson, the tight end, goes in motion. Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The Jaguars on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Open man is Westbrook, complete. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hit.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger going deep here for Bryant. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Barry Church. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really good pickup of 28 yards. On first down, Bortles. And that's incomplete. Marquise Wilson, the one he was trying to get it to. That'll bring up second down.
This defense can use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
Now Leonard Fournette shedding the tackle. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Here's Brad Nortman now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection.
And my goodness, another interception. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And this one will be brought back to the 22. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them. Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. Here's Myers now to kick it away. To return, it's Cam Sutton. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Now Ben on 3rd and long. He's going deep for Brown. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach, and incomplete. So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. Bortles now to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
And incomplete on the deep ball. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
No, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
You got to stay with it.
That's true. Here's Brad Nordman now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They go play action with Roethlisberger. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. On the left side, it's McDonald. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And it's second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. Steps away. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. 38 yards on the scamper there.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Now Fournette. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
There we go. Green 90. Green 90.
Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Again, it's Fournette. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally coughed it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that, going back and watching tape and being able to say we were that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers during the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably in command. Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 2nd down following the incompletion. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. And that's complete to Jesse James. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now a first down carry by Bell. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Roethlisberger will throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions, that confident veneer that you have. It's chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. Here's Roethlisberger. He completes it to Bryant. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A Steeler first down. Roethlisberger to Bryant.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
James has got it. Complete. And he gets it down to the 32. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Telvin Smith in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be fourth down. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And this is going to be incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Well, a pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football. But they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go...
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big third down play there for the Jags. 41 yards. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Fournette. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Wilson, the tight end, goes in motion. They'll run it again with Fournette. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a fourth down.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. And Myers able to knock it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
That factored in. And now here is another interception. Picked off with great anticipation. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They'll toss it to Fournette, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down in the red zone this time. The pitch to Fournette. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
This is Fournette. Spinning past him. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
But it was stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to them the rest of the game.
Well, a design run for their wideout. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And Myers able to knock it through, and their lead will swell up to 28. So they were able to move the ball into the red zone, but they'll wind up coming away with just 3.
Yeah, 32-yarder. That's equal to an extra point nowadays, and those are no problem for an NFL kicker.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers' offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that.
And my goodness, another interception. Able to get there and pick it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steelers' offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today.
And now here is another interception. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Barry Church. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jags, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we sign off from Heinz Field.